On a normal sunny day on Orlando, Florida, February 26, 2024, Madeline Soto was brutally murdered by her stepfather who she once trusted. This is just one of the 433,000 cases of child sexual abuse that happen in a year in the United States. She was sexually abused for over 5 years. Now, let's paint a picture. Imagine standing in any of these places shown, feeling alone, cold, and empty. That feeling of isolation is what many children felt after being sexually assaulted. These College Board provided stimulus images by Steph Lawless aren't just abandoned buildings. They represent the emotional scars left behind since they serve as a powerful metaphor for the psychological aspect of child sexual abuse survivors. The loneliness in these photos reflects how trauma can make it hard to trust others, feel connected, or even understand who you are. Healing is a long journey of rebuilding, just like restoring a broken place. But even in the darkest moments, there is hope. Survivors are not defined by what happened to them, and with time, support, and strength, they can reclaim their lives and find a way to move forward. Good morning. I'm Victoria Bustos, and today I'll be talking about child sexual abuse. What is child sexual abuse? Child sexual abuse is when an adult engages a child in sexual activities such as touching, exposing them to inappropriate content, or manipulating them for sexual purposes. It is a serious violation that negatively impacts a child's emotional, psychological, and physical well-being. With that, I pose a research question: to what extent does sexual abuse in children under the age of 14 negatively impact personality development in the 21st century in the United States? With all my research considered, I have built the argument that sexual abuse in children negatively impacts personality development by increasing the risk of personality disorders, self-destructive behaviors, and difficulties in forming healthy relationships. Addressing this issue requires early intervention, mental health support, and stronger prevention efforts to protect children and promote long-term well-being. What is the solution? Offering therapy and ongoing support to help children heal from the negative effects of sexual abuse and allow proper development to occur. As you can see here, this chart shows what kids and caregivers reported after going under treatment National Children's Alliance provided in the year 2024. This treatment helped over 207,000 kids with science-backed therapy to heal from trauma and prevent lifelong harm. They also offer support for families and caregivers, helping kids feel safe and supported. Not only does therapy help victims, but it also plays a crucial role in preventing future harm. 98% of kids who go under treatment for harmful sexual behaviors never go on to hurt another child in their lives. This proves that intervention works, not just for healing, but for breaking the cycle of abuse. That brings me to my first claim, which is personality disorders. Experiencing sexual abuse at such a young age can lead to significant emotional issues, which ties into the development of personality disorders. These traumatic experiences at an early age can cause trouble with how a child sees themselves and the world around them. According to recent statistics, every 9 minutes, Child Protective Services finds evidence of child sexual abuse. This highlights how frequent and serious the problem is, particularly for children under the age of 14. Addressing this issue is crucial for helping affected children heal and develop normally. Next, self-destructive behaviors. According to CAC, behavioral signs of child sexual abuse include but are not limited to depression, anxiety, anger, substance abuse, and even thoughts of suicide. Along with these behaviors, children may also experience fear of certain places or people. These behaviors show the self-destructive outcome of child sexual abuse. To prove what I just said, the chart on the right provided by Journal of Affective Disorders reports shows how children that experience child sexual abuse are 78.70% more likely to be suicidal than kids that did not. And the chart on the left, also provided by Journal of Affective Disorders reports, shows how children that experience child sexual abuse are more likely to develop depression after experiencing it. It's clear that this cycle has to stop. Every child deserves the opportunity to live a normal and healthy childhood. That brings me to my final claim, which is difficulties in forming healthy relationships. Experiencing sexual abuse at such a young age can lead to significant. According to CAC, most child sexual abusers are men who often hold respected positions in their community, gaining easy access to places and to children in places like schools, clubs, and churches. They come from all backgrounds, and most victims know and trust their abusers. It isn't strangers that children have to fear the most. RAIN Statistics provides its progress circle chart showing that 93% of abusers are known to the victim, 34% are family members, 59% are acquaintances, and only 7% are strangers. This proves when trust is broken at such a young age, it can lead to lifelong difficulties in forming healthy relationships. This cycle of betrayal and trauma must end to protect children and their futures. A major limitation in researching this topic is the lack of data due to underreporting, making it hard to understand the full impact on personality development. Since trauma impacts individuals differently and is influenced by various factors, isolating its effects is complex. Cultural and legal differences also limit research, and while early intervention is crucial, not everyone has access to the support they need, making prevention even harder. According to Children's Advocacy Centers of Texas, 3 out of 5 children never tell an adult that they have been sexually abused. This should not be the case. Children should feel comfortable enough to reach out for help, but instead, most children are unlikely to disclose sexual abuse to an adult, and a low percentage of all incidents are ultimately reported to authorities. According to Kansas statute of limitations, 85% of child sexual abuse cases go underreported. It's important to support those who speak up and recognize how brave they are for sharing their experiences. If you or someone you know is being sexually abused, call the Child Help National Child Abuse Hotline. Don't be afraid to speak up. Thank you.
All right, 2 questions for you. First up, how did your research question kind of evolve or change as you worked your way through the whole project?
My research question evolved by starting off as divorced parents or strict parenting and how it affects children's development and personality development. And I ended up going with child abuse because I found it the most interesting subject that needs to be spread awareness.
Okay. And what advice would you have for other people to take on this very serious topic?
I would advise them to keep an open mind since it's a very serious and real world problem topic, and there's a lot of fake statistics and data that is uploaded to random places, but keep it serious.